Some of my family, some of my closest friends, some people that I know I used to have influence over, or they used to look up to me because of my position or my title, they think I'm nuts because I believe in the Bible. I believe that we live on a plane, a flat earth with a dome. Above this dome is a water. Inside the dome is a firmament. I believe the sun and the earth and all the stars are inside of the firmament. That's just me. I don't care if you believe me or not. But I'm fascinated that all the oceans and seas and lakes and ponds of the earth are held down by gravity. Some of this water is thousands of feet deep, but yet it's held down by gravity. But then you can take a 6,500 pound airplane or helicopter with a blade, and it can produce enough power to lift that off of the earth. It don't make sense to me. I mean, if you got an answer to this, please let me know. But that's all I have. God bless you all. Read the Bible. Trust in God.
What's going on, y'all? I want to talk about today, if the devil exists, why would he make the globe? Okay? Why would he make this big giant lie about the globe? First of all, if you believe in a biblical flat earth, the foundations of heaven are past the ice wall. That right there would prove God exists. That would prove heaven exists, and then there would be no doubt at all that God exists. If that's hidden from us, we can't go past the wall, apparently. So that right there in and of itself is one reason. Okay? The globe tells us we're tiny, we're small, billions and trillions of galaxies, billions of stars, right? We're small. We have no meaning. We're not important to God. We're just like, he just threw us together, put us on the earth, and he's out there making galaxies, okay? And you got this little gray area of, I want to say, Christians that believe in the universe, believe in all this stuff, and their argument is that God is a creator. Of course, he's creating that. He's out there creating galaxies, okay? Man, I've been at this for a long time. Not as long as other people, but about 5 years looking into the earth and what the Bible says and all this stuff. I can back flat earth with hundreds and hundreds of reasons with science, not even using the Bible, okay? Flat earth tells us, biblical flat earth tells us we're important. We're important to God. God created this for us. Okay, and another thing about the globe is it has the argument to create a alien deception. Go look up Project Bluebeam if you don't know what that is. There's going to be a rapture. I already know what y'all are going to say. The rapture is a false doctrine. I've heard it a million times, y'all. There's room for a rapture, and that leaves room for alien deception, okay? That creates life forms. That's why the devil needed the globe earth model, okay? So in conclusion, globe equals small, not important to God. Flat earth equals very important to God, not small. We have very much meaning. We are very unique. We are very specially created for God, to God. Man.
You told me that the earth is flat.
Okay.
Anybody who heard that might think, this guy, this guy is gone.
No, that's fairly common knowledge, really.
So from where? Give me some proof.
No, do you use TikTok?
I use TikTok.
Okay.
I see people say this, but when I see people say it, like there's some people, I respect other things they say, but when I see that, I'm always like, okay, this territory is, forbidden territory. Let me just move away from this. But since you've mentioned it, I want to know.
I want to know. So, basically, it's not anything that complex. I just follow the scriptures, really. Scripture describes it as flat.
Where?
Really? Where does it describe it as round? I just flipped that over. So it says the earth, it talks about the ends of the earth.
Yeah.
You can't have an end if
A
it
round
is.
shape
Yeah.
can't have-
So it's more like maybe the base of this mic, something like that. That's what. And it says the face of the earth. You see? So like your face is got, there's this model of, so it's something like this. It's a face. It's more like, and it's got a firmament dome, by the way. You see?
Okay, so you're saying it's not like a ball.
No, it's more like a semicircle, as it were. Hemisphere, rather.
So like
Hemisphere, like this plate of fruit.
Okay.
Hemisphere, like that. Like someone's face halfway, and this is cut.
So flat but round on the side.
Yes,
but
like
flat.
this, yes. So, rotation of the earth, the sun can move. Yeah. What else? Landing on the moon. Come on, that's the joke. That's a Hollywood movie.
But if the earth is flat, how come no one has fallen off the side?
No. There's a dome covering it. The way the scriptures describe it. It's in the book of Enoch. There's a dome covering it.
This image right here is what pseudoscience gurus will use to prove that the Earth is a globe. But let's pause and think. If this is from the ISS at 250 miles above the Earth, why is the Earth's curvature so dramatic? It looks like it's halfway to the moon. Funny that pilots flying at 50,000 feet still see a flat horizon, but this camera suddenly gives off a full arc. Now ask yourself, why is the Earth glowing but space is pure dark? Where's the gradient? Where are the stars? This isn't what your eyes would see. This is what a computer generates. And it gets better. We've run this image through the ELA, the error level analysis, and look what popped out. You see, every real photo should have natural pixel variation, but here, that big black chunk of space is dead. There's no data, no compression, no grain. It's like it was slapped on with a digital paintbrush. Meanwhile, the station and clouds light up with noise. This is massive signs of edits and layers and tampering. This isn't a photo, it's a project file. Now let's have a little look at this masterpiece. Astronauts floating, food hovering, everyone smiling in zero gravity, except look a bit closer. Why is there only one person with hair that's floating? Shouldn't they all look like they're underwater in midair? Where are all the floating tools and all the crumbs off the food and all the gear? You know, the guy in the striped shirt looked like he's squatting and holding himself up. Meanwhile, everyone else just looks perfectly still. To me, it looks like they forgot to press the zero gravity button in the After Effects. And boom! Once again, the forensics don't lie. Their faces and arms are heavily compressed, edited, or even layered. The food tray, it's too clean. The background, far too perfect. There are sections, once again, with zero compression, pure black, pure silence. That honestly only happens when part of the image has been digitally created. This isn't science, it's a set design. If you really think that they're in outer space, they're in outer nonsense. Let's face it, NASA gets 60 million a day of taxpayers' money. For what? To give you cartoons, composites, green screens, and even hair gel? If it was all real, you wouldn't have to fake it. You wouldn't need CGI and you wouldn't need Photoshop. You would just take a camera, hit record, and show us the truth. But they can't do that because the truth doesn't match their script. This isn't about science, it's about control, deception, and distraction. The real question is, are you still falling for it?
I am convinced that China is who America thinks it is.
This is Tianzhou 9, China's latest cargo ship, streaking into orbit with a glowing plume that fans out like a giant jelly.
Remember this ride when we were kids? They still got them around now. So it's a spinning spaceship that once it reaches a certain speed, it pushes you against the wall. Centrifugal force, not gravity. So let's look at it this way, guys. This is your spinning Earth, right? Rotating 66,000 miles per hour around the sun, around the galaxy. Why isn't all the water on the outside? Why don't people just fly off the land if we're spinning like this and it's like the gravitron? It's because gravity doesn't exist. A buoyancy and density and magnetic pull to the center of the Earth. The flat Earth. And what's the center of the flat Earth? The North Pole, where there's a big magnetic rock. Wake up, people.
I just want to make it abundantly clear to each and every one of you that the Earth is not spinning. You can't view things like this that are moving, smoke moving behind it, and then a volcano just going straight up. If the Earth was spinning, this would be this way or this way. It's just simple logic. We are stationary, Earth is flat, just like we've been told by all of our ancestors. Peace and love.
What's that? Oh, a 19-year-old that flew into Antarctica solo has now been detained? Tell me more. Yeah, a 19-year-old named Eric flew into Antarctica all alone. Now, the purpose of this was he was trying to actually visit all 7 continents. But when he got to Antarctica, it got a little eerie because he was since detained and wasn't allowed to further explore. Okay. He has built up a huge following on IG and was trying to raise awareness about cancer, as well as trying to raise funds over $1 million for it. Of course, he asked why he wasn't able to fly around, and of course, he didn't get any answers.
Guys, there's the Arctic 24-hour midnight sun phenomena, which occurs for about 3 or 4 days in the height of the northern summer, when the sun is closest to the Arctic Circle. However, whenever it comes to a 24-hour midnight sun video for Antarctica, there are always issues and inconsistencies, such as this video here. Can you see it? Right there. The point is, almost all the 24-hour midnight sun videos for Antarctica, the sun to horizon transition is always concealed or edited. Let's take another look again. Here we go. This is because the Antarctic Circle is too wide for a midnight sun to occur.
Hey, Judy. How you doing? I'm from the press. I just had a quick question, if you don't mind.
What press? I'm
from a radio station in San Bernardino. I know there's a conspiracy about the space shuttle. No, I want to be polite.
There she is.
Friendly, just a question.
And there she goes.
So there's a lot of rumors about you being on that space shuttle. Obviously, you know, if you want to comment, we would really appreciate it.
Here they all are.
Pilot Mike Smith, followed by Krista McAuliffe, teacher in space, Ellison Onizuka, and payload specialist Greg Jarvis.
Throttling down now at 94%. Normal throttles for most of the flight, 104%.
The sky is deep black.
And we cannot see stars.
There's more than stars. You can see planets. You can see moons.
You see the gas.
The sunlight washes out all the starlight, so you can't see any stars.
Pretty much all the time you can see the stars.
We were never able to see stars.
It's the darkest black you can imagine.
Never a straight answer. So many things have changed, but I never thought I'd live in an age to see the day. Outer space is seen as fake. We have all been played, fallen prey to a Freemasonic cage. Surely all is gonna break away the more we all awake.
Houston, we now have a problem. They found our space isn't at all what we told us.
NASA ought to sorted all the stories for the astronauts before they all reported what they saw in Austin orbit. NASA saw the planet, Aldrin saw no more than black. You all are talking bullshit, thought is where you ought to all be walking as your master plan is thwarted. You're all caught red-handed, I imagine your imaginary bands of Van Allen. Of course they all know has it.
The moon landing was staged, a Stanley Kubrick play. The USA had to make a movie to win the race to space.
NASA, what's the truthful answer you want doing lunar trips? Why? It isn't lucrative, the tax you take is ludicrous. You start the excuse, you lose the tapes and can't locate the data. Saying nowadays it's far too hard to make it all after you threw away the blueprints for the lunar craft. Now half a century has passed, you had a blast. You're talking at your ass. The elephants in the room, they never went to the moon. Prove everything told to you about space or big fan of true. Never did it, and you never will, cause it's a lie. Nothing is left the earth unreturned as now sipping from years of selling the heliocentric universe to not begun. And you never will, it's all a lie. It's all a lie. It's all a lie.
There's never a straight answer.
And you never will, it's all
Ignition
a lie.
sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.
Space Odyssey, I found an oddity. It seems like sodomy is your main commodity. Astronauts assuming astronomy, NASA, asteroid, astral authority, Virgin Galactic, master prophylactic, practice SpaceX, safe sex, you bastards. Waxed up black holes ready for you assholes. Blast your capsules back to the glass bowl. Time dilated Uranus is waiting, pulsing like the pulsars pulsating. Blast your phallus and call it a rocket. Seamen dressed in white in the cockpit.
That's some gay shit, Masons. You're racist against all straight white males and Asians.
I'll prove it too. เพราะกูแม่งเป็นลูกครึ่งฝรั่งที่แรปได้และร้องเพลงลูกทุ่ง
Yeah, I'm rapping in Thai, that's what I do.
เป็นคนไทยไปแล้วอยากเป็นผู้ดีที่มีศักดิ์ศรีเพราะพูดตรงไปไม่เคยโกหกใครแล้วไม่นอกใจ
Don't finger the moon. The moon. The moon. Don't finger the moon. The moon. The
Never
moon.
a straight answer.
The elephants in the room, they never went to the moon. Prove everything told to you about space will be fair and true. And you never will, 'cause it's a lie.
The flat Earth map dates back over 1,000 years. This map is credited to being created by a Persian astronomer. His name was Al-Biruni and he lived between 973 AD to 1048 AD. It's the official map of the United Nations and also the United States Geological Survey. It used to be present in many places before the creation of NASA and the Antarctic Treaty in 1959. Here you see it with Admiral Byrd. This map has been restored by Dmitry from Russia with suggestions of mine, Idialenkar. Known by my YouTube channel Flat Earth Banjo, I asked Dmitry to include the Bermuda Triangle and Point Nemo, a place deep in the Pacific where NASA buries rockets. Then Robert Tozzi, a professional mapmaker, came along and enhanced the map even more. There are many people now selling this map online, but if you could order it from my online store, I would greatly appreciate it. Visit my online store now and order one of the items. I humbly thank you.